Alright guys, welcome to the first official I guess stream podcast on this account. I forgot to grab my notebook, so that's a fun thing. So we are running on not much for that, I guess, because I had planned to actually have my notebook in front of me. Static and electrical are not my friends today. So, this is the first of many, I hope, streams for the podcast on Twitch. I'm not looking to get this account affiliated. If you guys want to mainly support, the main podcast will be over on YouTube. I do need to make commands for that. There are no commands set up right now. This is bare minimum, back to basics. Literally just chatting is all we'll be doing. And I'm going to be a critic on my own content and the stuff I've made for the podcast up as of 7 months ago and how my opinions may have changed now. If you would like to comment and be part of the conversation, please feel free to type in the chat. If you just want to hang out in the shadows, that's perfectly fine as well. But I'm hoping that this will be a reoccurring thing, at least once a week. I might change up the days for this. I'm not sure when. But it's to get me back in the groove of getting back to what I was trying to do. Now, I would love the podcast to be more of a sit down with people and bullshit and just kind of conversate about topics and ideas. And if you want to put topic ideas in the chat, please feel free to, because my brain goes from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and I can never remember what I was going to do, and I always forget to write it down. So, that being said, I don't know if you guys are interested in it, but we are going to be going over some topic points and how I could have done better. I am pretty much giving me a review. That's how this is going to play out. I'm giving me 100% a review on how I could have done better on my videos. Now, I do still have a favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I have one favorite, and that was the one I did with Ghostly. 100% need to get that man back on here, because he needs to be back on here. But, for now, this is the first of hopefully many. So, we are going to watch some old content and see how things have changed. Other than my hairdo. That does not get out. Fucking static, I tell you. I love my fuzzy blanket. But right now I'm being electrocuted. In my ear. Just saying electrocution is not fun when everything is staticky. And right now everything is staticky here. Swear to God, it is insanely stupid. So, how this is gonna work, we're gonna watch it all together, comment what your thoughts are, what points you liked, what points you didn't like. It's meant to be a discussion, and that's literally it, because I think I could have done better now that I know new things, and I'd like to redo some of these, but I'd like to redo them with people. And if I can get a collab going on here, that would be cool. But I don't know, we'll see, I guess. I only have this in so that I can hear this content, to be honest, because I don't need it coming through the microphone twice. So you guys will already hear it. Wish me luck on this, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're going to swap to here. I should add sources, though, for people to actually be able to, I should add a source here. I'll do it later. I don't need to do, well, no, I don't need to do that now. Alright. I'm very indecisive, if you hadn't guessed. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you guys, like the content. Where is the one that I want? This one. Alright, so this is a video we're going to watch that is the Time Management and Finding Motivation, Part 1. It's only an 18-minute video. Want to kind of nitpick it apart. But for those of you who actually want to go check out the YouTube, it is here. I have something stuck in my teeth. It's driving me nuts. Alright, so I need to make that actually. I should do that now. I should really do that now. Alright, I'm going to pull this out and make it its own separate entity. Because that way I can actually... No, we're not going to be nice to me. I have so many tabs up. Me and tech issues, I tell ya. There we go. Okay, I got it figured out. So, we're gonna play this while I fix shit. As per usual. Will it actually play if I do stuff on here? I hope so. Alright, we're gonna press play. Hold on. I forgot to add audio, apparently. Or is there audio? Oh, window capture is not my friend. That one. Alright. Now, there should be audio. Why isn't it capturing it? I don't understand. Right, window capture doesn't like me. Okay, we're gonna try something else. Display capture. That's... no. Not that either. Well, you guys get to see me watch and have my usual tech issues, so that's always fun. Ah, okay, fine, I'll do that instead. Delete. Alright, I'm gonna have to mute this and pull this up and see if it's actually... Oh, actually, I can do it on here. Twitch. Because I can pull it up on this. Back to Twitch. Okay. Let's try this again. Still no audio. Why is the audio not working? Hi, Moon. I'm just gonna ban that. Because lately I've been struggling. It's been a while since I posted an episode. I've been struggling. It's been a while since I posted an episode. I also did do my birthday stream last weekend, so... Okay, so
on the
for those who
23rd for my birthday.
don't know, this is an old clip. It's not an old clip. It's
So I was a little busy doing
I am
that.
good. How are you?
But I even find it hard to make time to make content. Making content for others, I'm great at. Not a problem. But to set time aside for myself to make the content and to sit down and do this,
I get that. It's
because it's so different.
It's late.
And because it's just me talking to a camera.
I work graveyards, so
it makes it a little hard.
So, this is the actual podcast.
So I'm working on my own time management.
Over on the YouTube.
From now on, I'm setting aside 2 hours a day to work on content. So, adding the extra time a day, like a schedule, which I'm working on making my life easier to make my content creation easier. And it's a process. So, but the time management part's kind of easy. It's the making yourself make the time management, which is the hard part. For me, I find it easier to work on other people's content because I find it weird. Like I said before, I don't like hearing my own voice, so I don't like having to edit my videos. But I've gotten better. Since I started doing the podcast, I've gotten a lot better. But time management goes towards everything in your life. So if you can't find your time management for your streaming and your life's a mess, you're going to have to work on your time management for your life to make your streaming and content creation
there we go.
Work.
Now I got that fixed. So that'll work for now.
So I'm working on that
myself. I appreciate that.
And it's quite the struggle. I don't even have it all figured out yet. And I will probably, hopefully, by the end of the...
So one thing I've come to realize since I've made this one episode about 7 months ago, I've come to realize that it's not a lack of motivation that I had. It's the lack of self-discipline that I have to actually make it so that I can actually get my content done. I always found it easy to just stop what I was doing and just not continue on with the plan that I had and not make myself do the things I don't want to do to get to the plan to make the plan done. So with that being said, it's like I don't think it's you having to find motivation. It's definitely time management, and it's definitely more so making yourself do the things even if you don't want to do them.
The month, I'm giving myself a deadline. End of July is when I want that done. And on a routine and with the schedule.
Which
and
I fucked that up.
Have my life in order. Figure out what time spans work best for me. And I already know my streaming time spans are 7 p.m. and up. It's been that way for a year and a half. I'm not going to change my time. I'm going to work the rest of my life around that.
On my actual streaming channel, I actually
which includes working on my mental health, working on my physical health, which also contributes to the mental health. And then sitting down and then doing my content creation. Which hopefully is starting the next week. Now, you need to do the scheduling that's best for you. I can't give you answers for that. But even if it just starts with setting aside, pick the time that works best for you to set aside to work on your content. Now, for life...
Sorry about that, guys.
That's a whole other ballgame.
My child says hi.
The life aspect.
Actually a mod here. There is no...
and your everyday stuff. Like housework. Work.
Okay. There's the big shouty out, but you can't do
You gotta prioritize what is most important.
They took that away?
Family comes
phone,
first.
Yeah. You can do it
Actually,
on
no.
computers.
You
On
come
your phone.
first.
I feel sad.
I know.
That
You,
just
And there's
if
like
you're by
30
yourself, you and your partner if you're with somebody.
Shout out.
that just
Family
hurts my
time
thought.
with the kids, if you got any. And then
I really
you
feel
know,
like on this episode I really
your housework,
rambled a lot.
your yard work,
And I really
the
wish I
household
had
stuff.
stuff.
Then your content.
I kind of wish I had
Don't
like a more of a
prioritize your
set
content first.
layout for me.
I've been taking some
talking
time
about
away and prioritizing family time. Because
Still
for
working
me,
on that.
my time, my
I've
me
been doing a lot
time
of that actually
is
lately.
my content. Right now. I have other things in my life that I do prioritize. So, but the basics. Give yourself max 2 hours. If you aren't finished, walk away. You can finish it later. Especially if it's like editing
I
extra
honestly don't
content.
find
Like
that works.
you can
Like,
finish that later.
It works for certain things, like content creation. It does, especially so if you can go spend time.
I
for,
find
like,
it's
family,
definitely hard to
but
figure out what works best for content.
I find that if I do that, I actually
For like
don't
TikToks and
finish
the
what I started.
YouTube shorts, which I can't even fully wrap my head around some of
Hello,
those
child.
sometimes.
Look, you're a mod.
So I use Eclipse for that because I cheat.
I still use it,
But-
but not as much anymore. Actually,
That also being said, like, I have to figure that out on my own when I'm making the podcast episodes. Because I want to clip it and I want to put it on YouTube so that people can see little snippets of me being tongue-tied or me being, you know,
which tongue-tied thing happens.
parts I
often.
want to edit out. Let's put it that way.
Cookies can verify.
Use them as bloopers and, like, to bring people in. But again, like I said on the one live stream, only you can help you. So,
That
unless it's
is
something you
also
really
true.
want to do,
Very true.
you're not going to be able to find the time for it. I'm glad I took a slight break after my birthday stream last weekend. And for context, today is Saturday, and you guys won't see this till Wednesday. So,
Yeah. The things I forget
Because-
while actually recording these is like by the time people
I
actually
wanna spend
see
time with my
them,
kid.
but it's not actually like that day.
like, my kids are important to me. So, spending time with, like, them, watching movies, just relaxing and enjoying some time. You know, spending some time with some friends,
just
touching
realized
grass,
this now?
important things in life, you know, like doing real life stuff.
I would open the window, but
and not
it's
just sitting at a
frozen shut.
computer. Which is all things I'm trying to work in.
No.
Now,
Another headphone just attacked
you
me.
know. Now we're going to work our way into the finding the motivation part of this all. Because I figure this could do a lot more than that.
Nice emails, kiddo.
When you're working to find motivation for something, find the parts of the thing that you love. So, like, for me, my main thing when I started streaming was I love the interaction.
I know.
I love the
I'm
talking with
subscribed to
people. I
her
love
too.
the
well, not on this account, obviously.
getting to know people that I didn't know and I would never know if I didn't start streaming.
think
I
I'm
use
still
that as a
subscribed.
motivator to keep going. Wasn't the gaming for me. Like, I if I could have done the podcasting from the beginning, if I had the, like, necessities to do that, which I didn't,
Oh, look at this email.
now I do. So this is what I've always wanted to do, which is the talking part of it all.
Look at that emote.
And of
wonder whose
course,
that
as
is.
this grows, the content's going to change a little bit because
Oh, I don't
I'm
think
going to
it's
move
up there
away
no
from
more.
the streaming content a little bit. And talk about more serious matters. Right now, I'm just trying to, like, incorporate it all together to make it an easier transition for everybody.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people aren't pleased, technically, with me switching content.
That's also another hard thing I
But
find.
it's my content.
So, as a content creator, you know, there are these things that I find that it feels like everyone, obviously everyone has their own opinions, but I like being a variety streamer. I like being a variety content creator because of the fact that I am kind of a squirrel and I get bored easily, so I like to switch things up. I've had more than one occasion that people are like, no, stick to one game, stick to one game. Well, the people that have known me for 2 years over on my Onslaught 250 account for my gaming know that I'm a squirrel. So, same with the podcast. It's going to be all over the fucking place. It's going to go from one type of content to the next topic. Like, I want to do ghost story stuff. Like, there's lots of things I want to, like, move forward with this. But a lot of my stuff will eventually come back to content creation because of the fact that I'm a content creator first. And I won't be ever doing those tips videos ever. Because that's not my thing.
It's what I want to do. And for me, this is what I love. This is the part of it that I love the most. And this is the part of it that kept me going for the last year and a half. And the only reason why I kept going for the last year and a half. I love gaming, but I want to make it separate. I want to make it so that it's something I enjoy again. So I can
And
enjoy
that's
it
what
with
I've
my
been doing
friends.
for the last couple of months is making everything
And set
separate.
time
So
aside
now
for
I have
that.
separate YouTube, Twitch for
Just like I set time aside for
the
this.
podcast.
Which again,
Sorry
time
about that,
management.
guys.
Which I need to work on myself. Because this last week I have sucked at it. I haven't done any streaming. I haven't done any content creating. I was supposed to record
God,
this
that's
a week
me
ago.
now. Like this is my
week
first
ago,
day back,
week and a half
really,
ago,
in like months.
roughly. Before my birthday stream. But at the time I was struggling with finding motivation to do it.
No, I was struggling with self-discipline. There is a huge
Now I'm kicking myself in the ass for
difference.
just making myself do it.
Gained the destiny out of my
Because
bit.
sometimes
Okay.
you just gotta kick yourself in the butt and just sit down and just fucking do what you need
can
to
actually
do.
put them in the kennel.
Kennel?
Yeah.
Okay, come
That
on.
way they're not barking and messing up my audio.
But
for
the
a
other
stream.
reason why people have a hard time finding motivation is that they're putting their energy,
God, I heard the train. And I
elsewhere.
thought it was here.
and sometimes that energy is supposed to be where it's supposed to be. But me, what I used to do, I used to put my energy into things I shouldn't have been putting my energy into. I thought at the time they were really important and important things to stress about and worry about, and in the last year I have come to the realization, hey,
There we go.
you know, some of this I can't control. Why am I putting my stress into it?
Oh, that right there. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. There are so many times that I see people stressing over things that are beyond their control. I know so many people that still do it, and I have a hard time with doing it or with not doing it. I used to be that way. I used to stress about things that were beyond my control, stress about everything. But I've come to realize, you know, there's a way to prioritize those stresses. There is a way to make it so that it's a lot easier on yourself. The whole 9 yards. But you have to get to a point of realization, because people telling you to not stress about things that are out of your control is a lot easier said than done.
Why am I wasting my energy and my time stressing about this thing that is beyond my control? And when you get to that realization where you learn to prioritize the things that stress you in life,
I just looked at the door, and speaking of things,
you become a lighter person.
yep, I was not expecting
You become happier. You learn to find the joys in things that you didn't think you found the joys in
that.
anymore.
That too.
You find an overall lightness again.
It's so true. I'm finding that
Yeah,
lightness
I'd
again,
definitely
'cause
say
I was
it's a
stressing with
lightness.
so much. So much.
Now, lately
that I
I've been
shouldn't have
doing, like I said before, a lot of, work on myself. Which I'm glad, because if I hadn't, I would not be able to push myself the way I have been lately.
Thanks, Batman.
Now, mental health is another big part
Yes,
of
you are.
finding
You're
motivation
you're
for
safe,
things.
Like, right to here.
And inner healing.
Like, seriously, if you walk over this far,
Learning
there's a
to
side of you. Yeah, all you see is this.
push past the things that you
There.
hold yourself back. And that's hard.
I love potatoes emotes.
It's hard to
They're so
push
good
forward
games
from
to
that.
review.
Right?
I'm not used
In
to
another
What do
episode,
you think I feel?
in a future episode, I should say,
hearing your own voice.
me and Ghostly
No.
are gonna sit down and we're gonna have a
Which
talk
that
about
podcast actually turned out fucking amazing.
know,
I love that one. That one was so
mental
much fun to do.
health
I need to get into that
and
again.
how that can affect you in all
Why are
aspects
you
of
pounding
life,
on my head?
and
Love you.
Static,
what are
child.
some of the signs to
metal
look
in
for
ear,
in
electrical.
people you care about
No,
when
it hurts.
when they don't think they are, but either they don't think they are or they don't want to tell you.
Sorry, guys.
And
I don't
maybe
feel-
ways to start the conversation, because whether we like it or not, we all want somebody to talk to, even if it's just someone just to sit there. And you could be talking not even about something that you're depressed about or that you're dealing with.
I think what I was trying to say there, which I totally did not hit the point on that one at all, is even if you're sitting with someone in complete, utter silence, as long as they are actually there for you in a genuine concept, it helps just being in the presence of other people. You guys don't even have to talk. It's just you knowing that they're there for you and that when you are ready to talk, they're there. And you have someone to talk to. That, I think, is more the point I was trying to make with what I did not get the words out to say. But
And it's just to sometimes have that person listen.
But here's the thing with listening. So, I know I'm pausing a lot. Pausing a lot because of things I've learned in the last 7 months. People don't always listen to listen. People listen to respond. So, with that being said, when you're actively listening to somebody and what they're talking to you about, one, you need to know if they're looking for you to help them solve a problem. Two, you need to know if they just need to vent. And that might just be the case, is they might just need someone to just vent to help them figure out the problem at hand. They might not need you to come up with a solution. Now, on the other hand, sometimes it's just nice to have someone who is actively listening and actually, if you're not understanding it though, repeat it back, because repeating it back will actually give someone more insight on how you've interpreted what they have said.
Now, I've been looking into some resources for that podcast episode, and looking into resources, not just in Canada, because I'm in Canada, so when I look up mental health resources, it only lists what's here.
Our government's broken.
Or any kind of resources, because Canadian websites, just kind of pop up first. But, maybe making a list of things that are positive in your life each day, or positive things that have happened to you each day.
Positive affirmations. Find 5 positive things either at the end of the day or at the beginning of your day to reflect on, or at the end of your day to reflect on. Or start your night off before you go to bed with 5 positive things that you know that you can accomplish before you go to sleep. And then reflect on them in the morning. Start your day off on a positive. I just recently saw that actually idea on a podcast I was watching, so I can't take credit for that. But starting your day off like that is so much better than not doing it at all.
To make yourself find the motivation for things.
Self-discipline.
Might be a key for
Motivation
people.
isn't actually like a thing.
For me, I have to write things down. So I know I do a lot of looking down right now, but that's my notebook, because,
Like
I do these
forgot my
podcasts
notebook
alone.
today.
I don't usually have someone to talk to throughout my podcast.
Oh.
I'm hoping to eventually get another mic, have it set up so that I can have guests in here from everyday life type
Still working on
things.
finding a list of guests I would like
Which
to
I
be on
think
the
would be cool.
podcast as well. I know Ghostly has
Definitely
mentioned
making
a few
yourself a
times that he would
schedule.
like to be, but I know
Figuring
I'd
out
love
your
to have a couple
stressors
other
in life
people
where
on
you're
here.
putting
I
your
just-
energy where you doesn't
wouldn't
need to
hire
go, and pushing yourself forward. You can only be your own motivator. People can sit and tell you how to do things, but you're only going to be able to figure out what works best for you. Now for me, I'm making myself go back to school, because that's something I've wanted to do for the last
What?
5 years, 10 years. Well, not 10 years, because I graduated. I got my adult graduation diploma,
Adult Dogwood.
and I got certified as a special education assistant. So I want to go back, and I want to take some courses, because
Oh, okay.
I want to take a business course.
I do. I still want to do that. That is still one of my goals for next year.
Kind of always been my goal to run my own little business. So eventually, who knows? Maybe I'll be making my own freaking merch one day. I
That
would
is
love that. That would be
100%
so
goal
much fun.
Still.
But time management is a thing. And I'm working on that to get to that goal. And that is my goal right now for the next 3 months, is to get there. So, hopefully, in the next 3 months,
Fingers crossed. That was not 3 months. It's now
because I'm
been
going to
7.
push myself, because I'm going to make myself, I'm going to make a schedule, I'm going to do the time management work, I'm going to do the mental health work, and I'm going to do the physical work, because I'm realizing that physical health is a lot to do with your mental health.
And again, remember how I was talking about the self-discipline thing that I realized is not actually motivation, but it's lack of self-discipline? Yeah, so my workout routine kind of went out the window. About 3 months after this video. I had someone helping push me and help me stay on track, and then the support kind of went out the window. Because it was we were kind of doing it together thing, and now it's now I need to get back into doing it again. Hopefully soon. I fucking hope so.
And I wish I'd fucking listened to that earlier in my life.
I really was enjoying it too. That's the sad part, is I let...
So for the
something
time
else
management
prioritize
and
my
finding
life.
motivation portion of this podcast, I think that's all she has written for today. But I'm going to look for some links to some time management
Links,
books
not links.
for Amazon. And I want to post them below. And, you know, motivators, only you can do that yourself.
Self-discipline. You can only do
Because,
yourself.
honestly, like, find something that you enjoy about it and use that as your motivator. And don't use other people to help you motivate yourself.
I
If
made
it's
that
something you
mistake.
actually want to do, you're going to do the work. You're going to push yourself if that's what you want to do. I hope you find your
I'm gonna
motivation.
electrocute myself again.
I hope you're able to work out your time
Static
management
is
if
not
that is
my
your
friend.
struggle. I would love to do one day back and forth about time management.
I'm honestly also
mental
doing
health.
this so that I get
Maybe me and
over my
Ghostly
thing
will talk
of
about that.
not liking hearing my own voice. Because I don't like listening to myself.
But again, if there are things that you want to like share so that I can update this podcast and with new information,
That is still states.
Let me know.
If you go to
Let
the
me know in the
podcast
comments.
on YouTube,
Hit that subscribe button.
there is
I would love
link.
this to
There's an email
podcast
that
to
you guys
grow
can email
a little more.
anonymously, and then
I'm hoping to eventually find my niche here soon.
still
but-
working on that.
Color's a spectrum. So is my content. And that's one thing I've always been 100% about. Because life is a spectrum.
It is.
It's full of everything unique and fun and the dark and the light and everything. Like... But that's a subject for another day. That's not today's subject. So, be you. Be unique. Stay imperfectly perfect. Because there's no such thing as perfect. So, I will catch you guys on the next podcast. See you guys soon.
You can go to bed. All right, now on to the next one, guys.
Stop being on page.
Part 2, time management. I don't know how well I did on this. Honestly, this one got more likes than the other one.
Hey guys, welcome to Hansi in Color. Episode 3, Part 2. If you guys seen the first one already, it's about time management and finding motivation. Now, this episode we're just going to strictly talk about some time management and some techniques that you can use to manage your time. I think it's all very important, which is why I'm making a separate episode just on the time management part. I think we all struggle a little bit with maybe doing some time management. I know I struggle with it. I am now implementing it as much as I can
Limit that so it doesn't go
in progress. work in progress, so I figure if I'm going to talk about it, I might as well let you guys know about it. In the comments, let me know what your best time management strategies are, because I would like to hear from you guys, because this is just the research I did. And now I do have links to all the information I have found. And it will be down in the comments, so you guys can go check it out and check out the different strategies that I have
down
listed.
because I'm realizing my mic is
I
not hitting
kind of
where that
Googled
mic
what was best for everybody,
is.
and just, doing it that way. So there's techniques, and I got some methods now. So of course the main technique
So let's hope that the audio
would
works
be
itself
to
out.
start out your day with a plan. Start out, create your
audio
plan
is
for the
still
day
super quiet.
or the week ahead. Like, it's just kind of sit down, write it out, and figure out what you're going to do for the week. I would do a week. Yes, life happens. Yes, things happen. If you plan it out for the week, then you have an obligation to stick to it. And it's not just day by day. You can plan out what you're going to do for the day, each day. So, say like Monday, you're like, okay, I'm going to do, at this time I'm going to do 2 hours of content creation.
This way's up. Apparently I turned it right down. I did not
From
mean
this
to.
time to this time, I'm going to do housework.
So that color
From this
changes?
time to this time is family time. The planning
There we
is
go.
what makes your time
I
management
like the
worth
colors. They're pretty. So
Today,
hopefully
my
this
time
is better
management is
because
recording
I
this.
was not hitting.
And I have one other
above
thing I
that,
have
and
to do
realized how
before the
quiet
end
it
of the
was.
day today.
I am sorry, guys.
But other than that, I have my week planned out. I have sticky notes to remind
move
me
this down,
of certain
maybe
things I
that'll be
need to
better
do because
for my audio.
I'm a visual person. I need a visual schedule
Hopefully
somewhere
that
where I
is a
can see
little
it.
bit better
So
for you
pretty soon
guys.
I'm going to come
might
up
just, like,
with
pop it down and
but
pop it
I'm
up.
going to come up with a schedule that's going to be very visible for me to see. It might even be visible for you guys to see, but I blur out the background, so maybe not. We'll see how that goes. If you have your
Never did
plan
that, by the
somewhere
way.
where you
I'm
see it
very, very
regularly,
slacking on
you're
that.
more likely to do it. I'm a very visual person. If it's not in my face, I'm not going to do it.
That also.
If there's not a reminder for me that's not on my phone that I can go, oh yeah, ignore. I don't find the phone reminders worth anything. A visual reminder on a board that I can see and walk past every day and that I kind of just have to actually stop and look at, or is constantly in my face, I'm more likely to do it because it's there all the time. It's a consistent there.
I wonder how many other people have that thing where they need to like actually have it physically in front of them, or otherwise they don't do it. Like, for me, it's like a huge part. Like, I need to have that visual so that I remember to do it. It's not there, I don't remember to do it. Or sometimes the task is very, 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 very overwhelming and it's all too much at once. What I've started to do is just make myself fucking do it, which is the self-discipline part, which I'm severely lacking in some days.
And then hopefully it becomes a routine.
Hopefully. Keyword is
Now,
hopefully.
prioritizing your tasks. There is a method called Eat That Frog technique, which is where you do the most difficult task first thing. Sometimes that most difficult task could be just getting up and getting dressed.
For
Getting
some
up,
reason,
getting
I
dressed,
posted
brushing your
episode
teeth.
4
Like,
before episode
getting
3.
out of the bed process. can
Sorry,
be
these are
sometimes the
boring,
most difficult
guys.
task
I'm
if you are in that depressive
not planning to
state.
do
Of course,
any more
mental
videos
health,
like this,
take care of yourself,
to be honest.
work on you, and your healing helps everything else
So
move
we're
smoothly.
gonna switch this up, actually.
So, picking out what tasks are the most important tasks to do first. And what is most time sensitive, I would say, is definitely the most important thing.
I can't stand watching this. So
And create
we're
yourself
gonna
a
watch something
to-do
fun.
list.
Because this one's a lot better. This one, I thoroughly had a blast doing, and this is why I want to be able to do more content with more people. This is the reason. This is why. This is everything on why I started the podcast, on why I wanted to do the podcast. And I've gotten better with my editing since then, too, so I have, like, other things.
Woohoo!
Oh, I love this.
advantage of having chubby cheeks. Welcome to the mental health episode of Onzi in Color with Ghostly. Ghostly,
What
would you
is
like
up?
to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, I'm Ghostly. I'm Canadian streamer, content creator. I don't actually really even know what else to say. Finishing up my undergrad degree. Going off to teachers college after, and we'll see what happens from there.
Possibly a regular on the podcast.
Possibly, you never know.
Oh, yeah.
Better get used to this face. You might be seeing more of it.
Possibly.
Hopefully.
We do make a good team.
I
can't
really
deny
hope this
that.
all
We got the
goes.
chemistry to
Yes.
talk.
I know. Well, I mean, we've been bullshitting for the last hour before.
Yeah,
we
yeah, we
record, so
procrastinated slightly before starting this
as,
recording.
as someone with ADHD, and I specialize in that.
We don't know what I have. I'm just a bald mess.
Hey, join the club.
Oh. All right, where do we want to get started on this? Do you have any points you want to talk about first, or do you want me to bring up stuff first?
Oh my
God.
god, I was
I don't
so
know, just
sick when
honestly,
recording this. I was so
Whatever you
plugged
got
up.
going on, start shooting it, and we'll see what
This
comes,
is by
what
far
happens.
my favorite episode.
Well,
this
of course,
is
you know, I made some notes.
downsized to what it
you
was.
already got previews
course
of it
you did.
all.
I know you did. You'd have like fucking 15 pages.
No, not that many. God, it's only 6. Mind you, it's also in very big print, so you know that's also a thing.
It says 15. Oh, it's only 6.
It's only 6.
Only
It's
six.
only
Six.
It's only
It's
half a
just-
baker's dozen.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, it's rough. Okay, it's about half.
I wasn't far off.
Oh, I had
You were
so
the
much
way we're
fun
talking,
making
it's
this
gonna end
video.
up being
It was
15
my
pages.
favorite.
Pretty much. So
Yeah.
buckle in and hold on and enjoy the ride. Get some popcorn. Get some drinks. You know, you're gonna be here a while.
Hold on to your.
Oh, I switched. That wasn't supposed to switch. Sorry, guys. Hold on. That was the wrong tab. I have too many tabs open right now. Alright, let's resume where we were.
Mental health
There we
disorders.
go. I am sorry
And
about
just a few of
that.
those listed. Any thoughts on
Alrighty.
those? Do you want me to bring them up?
Honestly,
That's
like I said,
cool.
just start
Okay.
shooting it. Like,
Just start shooting it.
yeah.
All right. Well, you know me, I'm a squirrel, so gathering thoughts is a little hard some days.
I know we've talked about this. You're Doug from Up.
Pretty fucking much. All the fucking time.
I'm the same.
I
way.
am
I
100%
know.
like
totally give
that.
golden retriever energy. So
All the
I get
time.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
it. Yeah.
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 I kind of get that. I totally understand that 100%. Not gonna lie.
Fair enough. Well, on that note, I've talked about it a bit on my personal stream, also on Onzi's stream and stuff.
I am kind of stoked
I have
about all
ADHD,
this.
so that's one that I actually just found out recently. Got diagnosed this past November. It is now August of the following year, and found out that my depression and my anxiety are both comorbid. If I can talk today, that'd be great. They're both
can't talk on a
comorbid with
good day.
ADHD. So basically, when you have ADHD, it's pretty common actually to have anxiety or depression along with your ADHD because they manifest together.
All right.
And for me, I
I
actually
hope
have
the
both.
audio is going well.
So I'm like the inattentive and hyperactive type. So I'm a combined type of ADHD because
Yeah.
usually you can have inattentive and then hyperactive. I actually have both. So
You're a ball
I will
mess.
have. I'm a fucking mess and a half. We know this.
Oh, this
But,
episode was so much fun to
But
do.
yeah, so
We had
I
so
can
many
either
topics
have
and so much things
because
that
of
we
my
talked
anxiety and
about.
depression, they can also manifest in terms of my ADHD with my hyperactiveness or my inattentiveness. So in my inattentive side, I can kind of
Oh, yeah,
manifest more
should be a
towards
chat
that
replay.
depressive
Oh
side.
no, I did this as a
Whereas
premiere.
with my hyperactive side, I can kind of manifest a little bit more towards that anxiety side. So
Hey, chat replay.
I can have
Sorry, guys.
points where I am like hyper focused on shit if I'm like interested in it. If I'm not, no chance. You are not getting me to do it. Like my brain has to get to it. I cannot force myself to do stuff, which kind of sucks. But
I
just
understand
kind
that
of-
too, though. I
it's
totally
kind of
get
the
that
reality
part.
of it, you know. And you just have to find a way to work around it and just deal with it, you know. So that's kind of one of the that's kind of it about me. I mean, I also have PTSD. I won't really get into that on here. But I do have some PTSD and stuff that I've dealt with
Me
for
as well.
years. Went through years of therapy, stopped going to therapy.
Now I'm thinking about doing like some more episodes, honestly, of other types of content other than like mental health stuff. But I do want to like focus a lot on mental health because I think it's important to talk about. But I think it's important to also understand that there's lots of things that contribute to mental health. And a lot of it is us causing it ourselves. As someone who has mental health issues, I can say that 100%. That it needs to be talked about more, though, and not sugar-coated.
Therapy, ended up coming back to therapy within the last year. So far that's been helping. I'm also on meds. I'm not actually, surprisingly, I'm not on ADHD meds. I'm on antidepressants. So I was on
Makes sense.
antidepressants.
It's a mood stabilizer, so that makes sense.
Well, exactly. When I have that mood stabilization, I can then actually focus on getting my brain to do stuff, you know? So that helps a little bit with that. So it's not a stimulant like you would with a ADHD medication.
Yeah.
They gave me the
it's an SSRI,
okay.
so a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and so basically just helps regulate your levels, your serotonin levels, and everything, so that everything kind of
asleep.
goes smooth. But that was more so for my anxiety and my depression, because my anxiety was a little bit more prevalent. So they wanted to get that under control first, so that we can focus.
Anyone else hates
on the
static as
ADHD
much as
stuff,
I do?
which
That
really
makes
do.
sense, though.
big thing. Yeah, because with my ADHD, well, with all my disorders, we'll put it that way, they do impact my life, my work, my school. Like, it impacts a lot of stuff, you know.
Well, exactly.
And that's the thing. Like, when it starts really impacting like that, that's when you really need to go get some help. And
Well,
like,
and
it's
the other thing,
okay
too,
to ask for help.
like, I think it's really hard for people to just want to be able to go ask for help because of the stigma of illnesses that are not visual.
Oh, 100%.
Because people look at you and go, "You're fine." I get that because of my sarcoidosis. Like, I'm sick. Like, you guys will hear a different voice today because I am actually under the weather, and I've been sick for 4 days, and I swear it's just a common cold. If it's still as bad as it has been today, I'm gonna get tested for COVID tomorrow just to be on the safe side. But
Fingers crossed,
as far
let's
as I
hope it's not
know,
that.
it's just my sarcoidosis acting up on top of having the cold, because my autoimmune issues are fucking out through the roof when I get sick.
Yep.
And people look at me and go, "Oh, well, it's just a cold, go to work." I'm like, well, no, you don't understand. Like, for me, it's physically draining. Like, you don't see it, but I have a hard time waking up. I have a hard time sleeping. Like,
Well, exactly. It's one of those things that you wouldn't go tell someone who snapped their femur and is in a cast. You wouldn't go tell them to go back to the construction line and go do their job. You wouldn't.
no.
So it's one of those things that mentality kind of needs to be brought over into the mental health side, because mental health is just as valid as physical health.
Oh, it really is.
It's honestly sometimes even more so, you know. Sometimes they do coincide. Back when I was like, what, 16, 17, something like that.
When you're young and dumb, yep.
Yeah, pretty much. I was playing rep basketball.
Yeah.
So I was playing AAA basketball, and it was the first game of the season. Shit happened. Warm up wasn't going the way I wanted to. I was like, something's not feeling right. Like, physically, something is not right. Anyways, game happens, and kid steps on my foot, falls into my knee, and I dislocated my knee. It actually relocated itself, so it bent inwards and then back out.
Still, ow.
And yeah, no, I was literally on the floor. Like, I was like fucking like, right? Like, I was actually like pounding the floor because I was like, fuck, right?
Yeah, well, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, no. You can swear, it's fine. Have you met me?
I mean, I can also self-censor myself too. So
Yeah, you can technically. You have a beat button. I do not, so it's full me.
but yeah, so I at that point I actually strained my LCL, my MCL, my calf, my quad, my hamstring, um, and my patellar tendon as well was overstretched. Um, they thought I actually tore something at one point. I was in a freaking full leg splint and everything. I was
Oh,
on
wow.
crutches for a long time before I actually got the MRI results back and found out that it was.
So, if you hadn't guessed, we are quite the pair of squirrels here, and we like deviate off path, off a topic quite often in this episode. Not going to lie. Ow! Try not to electrocute myself with my ear. So that's always fun. But I think this episode was like my all-time favorite because you get to see the raw interaction and you get to get the back and forth and you just get a lot more content with than just me on my own. Now I am hoping to do more alone content as well because there are things I would like to do more of. There is, I don't know, there's lots I want to get done and like there's things I want to do. Like eventually I would love to take this on more of an explorer type podcast, if that makes sense. Like get some streamers together or content creators together and go do like an adventure or something. Along with interviews and GoPros and I don't know. There's my problem is, and I really need to work on this, is containing all my thoughts and ideas and simmer it down. My noisy child. Can't complain though, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing right now. Ghosties. So, I'm hoping, let's pull this actually onto this and actually do the podcast style version of this and just talk for a second. I'm hoping to see this content go a lot further than where I've been taking it. I want to move it more forward and do interviews and find more topics that actually like spike my interest. Like one recently that I just did, like literally yesterday. I posted one and it's about something I saw on Twitter that actually fucking irritated the shit out of me. About a content creator posting what somebody else said in chat and publicly humiliating them to the point where thousands of people were going to their page and pulling up their shit and talking trash about this person. All because, yes, they self-promoted. Oh my fucking god, can we get over the self-promotion thing? We are all streamers. Majority of the people that watch Twitch are streamers. Your viewers are mostly streamers. Now, if he said he was going live, I would understand that. But saying that they're a streamer shouldn't be that big of a deal, in my opinion. Now, to each their own, they all have their own chat rules, they all have this. But screenshotting it and posting it on a public platform with their username shown when all they did wrong really was said that they were a streamer. I read the comments. I read what they said. I didn't view what he said was wrong. A light warning, if that was not your case, being like, hey, that's great, you know, you're a content creator too, that's totally cool, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about your stream here. Understandable. And then if they started up some more, you just time them out. So, but to publicly humiliate somebody shows how childish to me a person is. Because why does it matter the opinion of the rest of the fucking world on what this person did? I think it makes me more mad at the fact that, you know, you're going out of your way to publicly humiliate somebody online. Where people are going to their fucking Twitch because they can see the full username And I guarantee the next time that person goes live, they're going to be bashed. They're going to be attacked because they've already been attacked on Twitter. They're now going to be attacked in their own stream. And that could lead to somebody quitting. Why? There are billions of streamers. What is the point of humiliating one to give yourself some clout and get some people on your side and hopefully get yourself new followers from Twitter? Like, come on, give me a fucking break. Sorry, my rant. It seriously irked me though. It pissed me right the fuck off. The comments were horrible too. So, I think we're done with watching this actually. Kind of want to do these reviews to like kind of give you guys like a taste of the content that's I do, and I don't want to do like the whole video. If you want to watch the whole video, go ahead, go watch it over on the YouTube, which actually I have that command, which is YT. So weird to see that on there. Nope, maybe not that. Maybe not that. Or do I have to actually have it capitalized? Oh, I did not monetize this. Mod it. Fuck. Mod. Space. There we go. Now let's see if it can actually do it. There we go. So if you guys want to go check out the YouTube, that'd be amazing. I'd appreciate it. We are also on Spotify. We are also on TikTok as well. I should just change that actually and fix that because why not? Might as well do it while I'm on here. Stream elements. Bright. I'm gonna change the command. See, shouldn't have to be capitalized because it was short, small version. Save that. Where is the one that I want to use? This one. Wait, did that do that? No. I copy and pasted that. Okay, well now it's just being a dick. No. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Okay, let's try. Still not working. What the fuck? Okay, so I had to actually literally add stuff to it. That was stupid. Don't mind me as I fight with audio issues. This is a regular occurrence, like, all the time. I don't understand why I have so many issues. Well, I do, but I don't. I got like 2 different fucking browsers open right now. I don't know why I have it. on there. It should be this, actually. I don't use that no more. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now, I know I have these... This. Alright, so... Copy. Someone's typing in chat. I cannot see you right now. I will be with you in a second. Oh, that can be its own. Is that just you? Oh, no, this is what I want. Okay, well, this will make life easier. Copy. Why didn't I think of this? I'll just get rid of this. And then back it up. Put this in between. Alright, now this should work better. Alright, let's see. There we go. It has the breakup. Perfect. Okay, so I can probably... Cool. Alright, well, we got that figured out now, at least. Now, these streams that I do on here won't be very long. They'll be very short. Because of the fact that I already have, like, lots going on. Paste. And then I need that. Copy. I didn't really set much up for this, so I'm just kind of doing it now. Which I feel really silly about doing, but it is what it is. It's kind of like how things seem to go when I do anything on a whim. And I wasn't really going to do this stream today. I was going to plan to do it sometime this week, but I wasn't sure when. And this late at night, I know, is not my optimal time to be doing these streams because of the fact that it's really fucking late at night and nobody is on. But, like, the podcast has quite a bit of episodes. There's lots of episodes. Go check them out. Like, I've done mostly life updates. And, like, things about love languages. And things on vlogs. Vlogs seem to be the way I've been doing things lately, honestly. So, hopefully the next one will go a little bit smoother. We might do another review. We might do, I don't know, something a little different. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. Because I do enjoy one thing I have on the other one, and that's... Yeah, I know. Sign in with that one. No, I don't want to do that right now. Thank you. Copy. And we're going to do it over here. Not on that one, actually, because that's the wrong one. So I'm really hoping that everyone is enjoying the hangout. I feel like a, you know, weird little gremlin and not knowing what the fuck I'm doing at this point. So, it's been a thing. With these ones, I kind of feel awkward, if that makes sense. Okay, we're not gonna do that one. That. Authorize. Not there yet, but yes, enable. Enable. There we go, that's enabled. We're just gonna go default unenable these, I think, to be honest. Oh, that I don't have access to yet. Never mind, I was hoping to add that feature because that feature looks fucking cool, but I don't have early access. Alright, so hopefully I have no emotes, but it'll hopefully do the things I need it to do. Hopefully. I don't have any ads or anything, so I shouldn't have to worry about that, but I don't know. I'm hoping... Let's just fucking switch to this one because I don't even see the point of having this up anymore. I'm hoping to move forward with the content. I look tired as shit. It's also 1 in the morning. I want us, like, people to be able to enjoy the podcast, and I want to be able to do, like, say, live stream content on Twitch. That's why I brought it over to Twitch. I want to be able to sit here and talk with people and have a back and forth live. I want people to be able to, hey, I would love to see you to do an episode about this content or this topic, or hey, have you heard this? Maybe check it out. Maybe do something on it. Give some opinions. I would appreciate it a lot if there was help from the community and what they would like to see and what they would like to, know. And I'm hoping with the live streaming I bring over some new people. And we'll see where it goes from there. So it's going to be a work in progress. It's going to be a rough patch. It's going to be a little different because right now my main focus is my streaming gameplay on my Onslaught 250 account. And then my second priority is the podcast. Because I want to make that what I've always wanted to make it first. And then I want to be able to expand my podcast. And I want it to be separate. Because they're two different sides of who I am. I'm hoping this podcast goes the way I want it to. And I want to be able to get more people on here. So I want to be able to do, say, a Saturday night live bullshit talk about this topic or certain content like that. I'm hoping that as a community we can bring that forth. But on that note, these are only going to be as long as, they are. And I'm not going to sit down and do a specific time yet because I don't have the following for it yet. Now, that being said, I'm hoping that changes. But I need to put the effort in first. So, before this gets onto like too long of a pod or of a stream, of a first stream, I'm going to raid out. And with that, we're going to go somewhere that I have not taken this because it's my first stream. So, that being said, it's going to be a whatever it is, I guess. I'm hoping to do another one Wednesday, maybe before work, possibly tomorrow on this account. My stream schedule is set for my other account. I'm trying to figure out what days I can do this one where I'm not over tiring myself out before I have to go to work or anything. But the podcast one, because I only plan on maybe having them an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what's going on. I don't know, we'll see. But it might turn out to be like, I might do these before I go to work. I might do the podcast ones, unless I have like a guest lined up, on Tuesday, Wednesday before work. And then I'll do a guest one if I have a guest lined up to come in on like a Saturday. Because I find weekends usually tend to work better for other people. And I can ramble all day. Like, I have no problem, like, talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. But I need stuff to talk about. So, today was just a, let's get the first stream out of the way. Let's get the awkwardness out of the way. And here we are. On that note, we are gonna go somewhere that I would love to go to. If I can get things to cooperate here. Nothing wants to cooperate the way I want it to. Alright, we're gonna go here. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna do this. Copy. And this person has no idea that I'm coming over with my community, because this will be the first time ever that we do that. First raid. So we're just gonna wait for Frosty Tools to do its thing. And it'll come up with a raid message of that one. And whoever is here and wants to copy that message can. And then I'm gonna go quick action. Raid channel. Thank God I know how to spell this name. If I didn't, there'd be an issue. Alright guys, thank you for everyone who has stopped by to listen to me pick apart my own shit. Literally is what today has been about. So, we will be going over, we will be seeing Oz. Oz is an amazing streamer. I found him by accident on my other account, by my recommended page. So, this should be fun. And I hope you guys all enjoy it.